Hello beautiful people, it's Sindafam. Welcome to the channel. Today we're back again with another video from Piers and Piers have Candace Owens on and they have some interesting topics discussed. So we're going to be checking this together. Let's check it out.
And then you hear all the stories about Oprah's production company helped stage one of the big sort of on-stage things she did with Kamala Harris. Then you hear that Beyonce may have been paid. She denies it, but who knows? There's a lot of stuff going on here where it looks like not only are they preaching to everybody, but they might also be feathering their nests at the same time.
Of course. This is
out of the system, right?
Yeah, so he killed Hollywood. He killed politics. He killed all these necessary deaths that needed to happen so we could go back to fostering conversations and having an authentic understanding of one another.
Well, actually, I would say he didn't kill Hollywood. What he's done, he's put Hollywood back into the box of Hollywood. And what's interesting now for all these big movie stars is, well, more than half the country voted for Trump. If you're going to carry on hammering Trump in the way you'd like to, because that's all you know, then actually a lot of the people that might want to come to your movies are not going to come. Right, you're going to commit acts of self-harm. Now, knowing the egos that are at play in Hollywood, in the movie profession in particular, they're not going to do that. You're going to see them all go very quiet about Trump. There'll be no more of these award shows where they queue up one after another to insult Trump, insult his supporters and so on. They're going to start doing exactly what the tech bros have all started doing. They're going to be starting to kiss the ring, right? Or keeping quiet. So, you're going to see them. We've seen Tim Cook's gone down to Mar-a-Lago. We've seen Jeff Bezos, all these guys, right? They've all worked it out, which is actually the majority of Americans now are with this guy. And you're on the train or you're screwed.
Yeah, you're going to get run over by the train, yeah.
So it's almost like, Hollywood will continue, but I just don't think you're going to see these award shows now.
It's like the Wizard of Oz.
Hijacked by anti-Trump bullshit.
What they are. You know, it's the Wizard of Oz. We thought it was so scary. It's Hollywood. Oh, they're so popular. Oh my God, it's Taylor Swift. Who could disagree? It's Beyonce. Who could ever say no to the Queen? And then suddenly Trump kind of exposed them as these like measly little people operating a machine behind the curtain. And you can't go back from that. They're not cool anymore.
No, completely right. Well, they're not powerful.
They're not powerful, and they're not.
They may be powerful in flogging a movie, but they're not powerful in moving a political needle.
Right.
And that once that's gone, that never comes back. They're kind of done.
They're just theater kids now.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Which is actually where I'd prefer them to be.
Yeah, same.
I like Hollywood when they're being Hollywood.
Yeah.
Give me a Tom Cruise Top Gun Maverick movie. I'm the happiest guy in the world, right? But, give Robert De Niro saying I want to punch Trump in the face every 2 minutes. Nobody cares,
Nobody cares, man.
Bob, it's over.
Bob,
it's over, Bob. Talking of over, we talked a bit about P. Diddy last time you were on. And obviously now the Jay-Z we've seen has been named in court documents.
Can you tell me I was right?
About?
P. Diddy. Remember, when before the guy said it's coming, I read that lawsuit.
You were right.
I always try to fairly assess lawsuits. I do a very good job of reading it. I don't just accept that allegation, because people are crazy. They do make allegations against people all the time.
I think you're going to be proven completely right.
Yeah, obviously, it was insane.
Obviously, he's not convicted, but the scale of the charges and the number of people coming out with very similar stories. Well, and interestingly, male and female, right? It seems to be almost a split.
Right.
Like he was basically, out there, it just seems to me, on the face of it, allegedly, but abusing almost everyone.
That's correct.
Right? I mean, very weird,
scary.
chilling behavior.
And everyone in Hollywood knew, and that's a piece of this that we still haven't gotten to.
What's going to happen to all of them, do you think? They're all going to get swept up in this?
I think so. I think they are going to get swept up in it. I don't see how they can't. This is pretty clear cut. If you can use your platform to talk about every meaningless social issue and I'm with her and #MeToo, this is a pretty important one when you have this many victims lining up.
I mean, you once said Jay-Z's like God to me. How do you feel about him now?
Did I say this?
You did.
What?
Yeah, Jay-Z was God to me, you said.
Oh, was God, past tense, growing up. I was like, what are we talking about?
No.
Yeah,
when you were growing up, his music.
Yeah, when I was growing up, I loved Jay-Z because in his lyrics...
And to be clear, he's been emphatic in all his denials. Let's be clear.
Wait, I also want to be clear, on the Jay-Z recent stuff, I don't believe it. Right. I looked into that case and I actually don't believe it.
A lot of holes in it.
Yeah, that one doesn't pass the sniff test for me. But in terms of his relationship with Diddy, I would expect him to make some sort of a statement because, like I said, he is overtly political. So I just want people to keep the same energy. If you normally don't comment on matters, that's totally fine. But if you've been lecturing us for years about every other social ill, now would be a great time to use your platform for that same energy. If you were saying women are suffering, I'm with Kamala. Well, we've got some women that are suffering and have a lot of proof and evidence to that point. But It's interesting. It's like I said, and this we can kind of steamroll this into that larger discussion about what's happening in Hollywood. We are realizing that they are just false idols, that these parties were taking place, the amount of drugs, having these Airbnb owners talk about, the cocaine they allegedly found the next day, these just debauchery parties, these openly sex fields. And so I think it's very good. Like I said, I think nature is healing. People are starting to see these people for what they are. A lot of people in Hollywood are perverts, they're drug addicts, they're idiots, and they believe in their own magic. They think that they are gods, and they are people that we need to turn off and focus on our families. And, that's what I believe. More power to the individual, and everyone's leaving the Hollywood cult.
Absolutely. First, I want to say this: let Hollywood go back to Hollywood, and let them just stick to movies and not concern themselves with politics. Nobody really cares about their opinion or what they've got to say about politics, especially with the celebrities. They should go focus on their music or their um the movies and keep it alone. But again, the exact same thing I said with the Jay-Z, the lawsuit against Jay-Z, because when I read it, I mean, with all of the details, when it came up with all of the details and everything, I just said to myself, this is too good to be true. The question was, why now? Something was about it wasn't making sense, and lots of people too saw it. But again, with everything that is happening with Didi, the lawsuits, and all of that, and other celebrities, involvement or whatever, attending Didi's parties and whatever, I mean, one don't know what is about to happen in Hollywood, if Hollywood is going to be the same or if there are going to be changes or whatever. But at the exact same time, this particularly just exposed Hollywood, what they are into, the kind of lifestyle they are into. Already it was pretty much exposed, just that they cover it, or they usually use cover-ups with glamour, so people see them to be demigods and believe they were not supposed to make mistakes, and people like idolize these celebrities, which doesn't actually make sense. But again, let Hollywood just stick to Hollywood rather than involving themselves in politics. I think the kind of where they lost it for lots of people was when they started involving themselves into politics, kind of dividing people and whatnot. No more unity. People weren't enjoying the movies anymore, and lots of woke ideology being pushed into people with music, the movies, you name it, and people got tired of Hollywood. Let me know what you think.
Well, let me end by focusing on your family.
Yes.
Because you made the very sensible decision. And apparently he asked you to marry him 19 days after you met, which is very English.
Yes.
That
Russell Brand was our Cupid.
Really?
Yeah, he was.
Well, let's hear this, because I'm fascinated. 19, so what happened? You guys meet where?
So a buddy of
This is George, your husband.
Yeah, Turning Point UK was hosting an event. George was there. I didn't get to meet him. I then went to do Russell Brand's podcast on the countryside, and through a lot of miscommunication, nobody had told me that my now husband was hosting a massive dinner with like major players in politics, like Douglas Murray was there that night, all of these fantastic people. So I was 3 hours late because I was with Russell Brand doing his Under the Skin podcast. And this is amazing because this is when he was a communist, this was the old Russell Brand. And then my assistant kind of comes in and is like, there's a massive dinner for you. And I'm like, I have to go. There's a random guy named George Farmer hosting a dinner for me. Jumped in the car, went down to Belgravia, 3 hours late, and my husband's just plying everyone with red wine. Like, is this woman even coming? And I don't know, I just locked eyes with him and just knew that I was going to marry him. It was totally insane. Literally, and it's funny because his best man then read the text messages that George was sending to him, like, I'm going to marry this girl. And I was sending messages to my assistant, like, I'm going to marry this guy.
From that night?
Like, locked eyes. If this is like a true rom-com story featuring Russell Brand, yeah.
Was it just the accent, Candace?
No,
you can be clear.
Everyone had an accent.
Do you find this accent irresistible? Is that where we are?
Americans do like an English accent.
I know.
So I will say that. It is a plus. But everyone there had an accent. It was just his face. He didn't even speak to me. He was so nervous. And then he flew to meet me the following week at Turning Point USA's big conference they have every December. And it was just, I just knew. It was the strangest thing. And then he proposed to me. We didn't even kiss, nothing. Didn't even know if he had a girlfriend. And
you'd not even had a date, really?
We didn't even have a date. We had our first kiss in Terminal 5.
Really? That's very romantic.
It is.
It's like Love Actually.
It is Love Actually. And now
you've had children.
Now we've had 3 kids, and he lives in America, and we spend time here. and we're fighting the cultural wars, and we're just so happy.
And
we
you're
have
a
our
Catholic?
faith. I'm a Catholic, baptized Catholic this
Because
year.
he's a Catholic. And how's that going?
Amazing.
You like being a Catholic?
I absolutely
I'm a Catholic, so
love
this
being
is-
a Catholic. Yeah, the Brompton Oratory is amazing. You guys are really blessed to have that here.
Yeah.
Really blessed to have
That's
that
an
here.
amazing place.
It is.
And the other thing we have here that you don't have is Christmas crackers. Are you familiar with Christmas crackers?
Is that the ones that like?
Yes. Have you ever cracked a Christmas cracker?
No, but someone sent them to me from Fortnum and Mason.
Allow me.
I'm so excited. This is so exciting.
So the technique is you swap hands.
Okay.
So put one there.
Okay.
Like that.
Okay.
Actually, no, you
Oh,
got
we
the
do it
wrong
together.
No, hang on. That one there.
Okay.
No. Right hand. That goes in your right hand.
got it.
We're crossed, you see, like
Okay.
that.
Eh?
Okay. On
Right.
the three. One, two, three.
2, 3.
Oh, of course. You won both of them.
Yeah!
Of course. So you've won a nail file. But we
the
also have
best
Christmas
gifts.
cracker jokes. There should be a joke in each of them.
Oh my gosh, this is so
You get a hat
cute.
and a joke.
Amazing. The Christmas season has begun officially.
There you go. So what's the joke?
Guys, what do you get if you cross Santa with a duck?
Go on.
A Christmas quacker.
And what's the other one?
Wait, we got to ask the conversation starter. Would you rather have the ability to speak 5 foreign languages or play 5 musical instruments?
Wow. Instruments.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll take language.
That's
Okay.
good.
Why did Santa go back to school?
Go on.
Because he wanted to learn the alphabet.
God, that's
Man, this is so
terrible.
great. Which 5 celebrities would you pick to have Christmas dinner with? This was not a good one. Whoever put this
Well,
one
let's
on
do that.
here.
Let's do that. Go on then, you go first.
None of them.
Really?
None of them. They're all
I'd have
so
Elon Musk.
annoying.
I'd have
You've
Trump.
already had dinner with him.
And Trump, because they'd be great for dinner parties.
Mm.
I'd have Ben Stokes, the England cricket captain. You can come.
Okay, yay.
Why not? I'm You're a celebrity.
Yeah, I'm fun.
I need one more. No, let's think about this. Let's have Robert De Niro just for the sheer crack of having him with Trump.
Yeah, I agree.
That'd be hilarious.
That was brilliant. That's our answer. Take it to the bank.
And you get to wear the hat.
This is the hat.
Yeah, there you go.
This strangely matches.
You put this on, and then you're a fully fledged English
just really into
English
the
bride.
Christmas spirit.
There you go.
Wow.
Look at that.
Were I queen,
You actually
England
look,
would still
you
be
look quite
Catholic.
terrifying as a potential queen, actually. Candace, it's been great to see you.
And lovely. Lovely. Too much fun.
Great to
Quite
see you.
royal, right?
And I
Thank
love
you.
doing your podcast too. Merry Christmas to everybody.
Merry Christmas.
Absolutely beautiful hearing about how Candace and her husband met and how they got married or how he proposed to her. It was beautiful. I mean, I've checked that a couple of times on this channel. We also recently covered it in some previous videos past. But again, it's just beautiful, love at first sight, and the couples together, they look really good together, beautiful. I love the duo, like it's just beautiful. Let's just be honest, and their love story is a beautiful one indeed. And I know everyone have different, unique love story, regardless, and everyone have like different stories or unique story, beautiful love story of how they met their significant other, their partner, their spouse, and all of that, which is beautiful and priceless. But again, this was beautiful. And yeah, I mean, lots of people love the English accent. I must say that. And lots of us really do. Let me know if you love the English accent. But again, some people really don't. Some people prefer or like what they would like. I don't think it is what on anybody want to force on anybody. But let me know if you love the English accent, because for me, I feel like it is different, completely different. And you just have this like spark. I don't know, but I mean, absolutely different. But again, this is a fun side of Candace. Lots we don't get to see lots of the time, but this was beautiful, and the love story indeed is timeless. And again, everyone's love story is not always gonna be the same. People sometimes may meet in the very unusual way, but again, what is destined to be is gonna be, and that is how life is. Some people may be questioning things, but again, if always trust your instincts. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. I'm sure tons of people have interesting things to share. I would really love to share that. Can share the useful information you think might be really helpful. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe and all of that stuff. And until next time, see you in the next video.